Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group, youarethebroker.com, and Home Care Access. I'm going to try to be fast, but this is a very important video that's going to be rich in content. It underscores many principles we've talked about in the past, but man, so many of you need a refresher, especially if you're a newbie. You need to be enlightened. What is our ultimate goal? To be a superstar in your business, bottom line. We're in business to make money, become financially independent, financially free, break ourselves out of the matrix, give ourselves option, build generational wealth. Got it. The goal is to make as much money as fast as we can, understanding that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but still, nonetheless, we want to make as much money as fast as we possibly can, so we have to think and act strategically. Everything we do has to be to empower us and our business, because ultimately, I've said it before, no one cares about you or your business. If you sell, you close, there's not going to be a clamoring in the streets. So make no bones about it, make no mistake. If you don't care for your business, nobody else will. So we want to be a rock star in your business. You want to make as much money as you possibly can, as soon as you possibly can. You want to build your business as an asset so you could sell it in the future at a future multiple. But I want to share a couple of emails and then some tidbits from a specific broker agreement so you can understand how you cannot accomplish those goals if you are in alignment with the perversion perpetuated by some of these brokers. All right, so this first email we got the other day, and I'm sure many of you who are working with CareCar. Now, I've told you in previous videos in the past, don't work with CareCar. If you do, okay, that's fine, not a problem, as long as the rates are good. But I'm going to show you why, again, like I always refer to the brokers as the pet alligator. You can have an alligator as a pet all you want, but you better recognize it for what it is, and you better approach it, feed it, care for it like an alligator. The minute you think it's a family dog and you're going to go walking in, you're going to get down and play with it, when you get bit, you got no one to blame but yourself. So understand what you're dealing with. I also use the stripper analogy. You know, you want to fall in love with the stripper. You do you, man. You do you. All right, so this email we got Wednesday. Coach, I just logged in and surprise, surprise, these a-holes lowered their rates again. How the hell is that possible? What a freaking joke. We're not doing any of their trips. Do we have any recourse? Thank you. Been working with this provider probably a year. Awesome. Love her. Works hard. Doing her thing. Definitely increasing her value. This is the way she approached CareCar was kind of like just filler work. If she could do it, she would. But surprise, surprise, you wake up and in their portal, they lower their rates. And again, I'm going to break that down in a minute. But ironically enough, the very next day, get another one from another client provider. Again, another great woman. Been working with her for a while too, probably close to a year. Same thing. Hey Joel, CareCar lowered their rates on the portal. So this is the following day, and they're not even close to each other proximity wise. So this is something CareCar is doing. Hey Joel, CareCar lowered their rates on the portal. When we inquired about it, they said they raised the rates just to get the trips covered. More on that in a minute. When we inquired about it, they said they raised their rates just to get the trips covered. Now they lower them back down. Rates are subject to change. How can they do that after we signed agreeing to certain rates? Shake my head. I'm going to explain to you in a minute. But again, it's just, if there's two of our client providers who are hitting us up with this in 2 days, I guarantee there's plenty more of you out there. It's like the tip of the iceberg. You only see the top 10 or 20%, but there's 80 or 90% below the surface. So I'm sure many of you have experienced this as well. So let's lift up the hood and take a look at just a snippet. And their agreement is probably like 60 pages. Just gobbledygook nonsense, of course. All favors CareCar, the broker. So, but I went through and I took out some of their some of the stipulations that apply to how they're able to do this. Because both providers wake up to changes in the portal. They lowered their rates, and they're asking, how could they possibly do this if you have a signed agreement? Okay, well, let's take a look. So I copied this, put it in a Word document just so I could highlight certain things. But it's all, the verbiage is the exact same taken from the agreement. So let's go through this, this one. First and foremost, the CareCar platform. So why do I highlight the CareCar platform? For how many times have I been saying, when you guys are solicited by these brokers of, we're here to serve the community, we want to work with you. BS. BS. It's nonsense. For how long have I said, these brokers, what are they building? Their platform. What's your goal? Be a rock star in your business. Make as much money as you possibly can. Pull it out every year, year in, year out. Make a good living. But all the while building your business as an asset, let it appreciate in value so you could sell it for a future multiple. But here's the funny thing. You want to sell your business for a future multiple. These guys know, because they're a platform, they're a software platform, that multiple that they could sell for is ginormous. So that's their goal. That's their goal, is their platform. So all the fluffy talk of, we're here to serve the community, the senior population, crap. And they're so bold, so blatant now. Case in point, as I've been saying, they identify that. They're telling you exactly who and what they are. They're a platform. So the CareCar platform provides a private marketplace. They're here to make money. Why aren't you? You cannot get wealthy. Watch this. Watch this. If someone can go in and change your rates and you have no control of it, can you really get rich? No, you can't. I challenge you to go talk to any rich person and say, hey, so how did you do it? Okay, so when your customers, when your vendors, when they lowered the rate, your rates for you, what? It's absolute insanity that so many people enslave themselves with this illogical methodology. Nobody gets rich allowing somebody else to come in. Some third party, some vendor, some customer can come in, impose their will, and change their rates. It's insanity. It's insanity. The Car Care platform provides a private marketplace where approved persons who seek non-emergent transportation to health-related destinations and other personal care services can be matched with approved persons capable of providing these services. For purposes of this agreement, non-emergency transportation and personal care services provided by service providers, which would be you, to members that are matched through the platform. This is why I highlighted it. Think this through. Matched through the platform. These brokers, they reach out to you. Oh, we want to serve the community. We want to help you. All the while, you're located in East Bejesus, Texas, and there's some SaaS company out in Loontown, Cali. No idea who or what you are, where you are, your local community, your labor costs, nothing. But they give you all the fluffy talk. This is so delicious because they tell you they're a platform and all the trips are not what's in the best interest of the client, i.e. the senior that you're transporting, wheelchair, stretcher, ambulatory. Not what's in their best interest. Not you, who they always refer to as their partner. You're their partner. But yet, you're their partner, yet they control your trip volume, yet they control your rates of reimbursement? No, they ain't no partner. Here, they tell you exactly what they're doing. Your trips are matched through the platform. Algorithms. What's the hot topic today? AI. Algorithms. All right, so you get the idea on that. Let's skip to the other one. Okay, so another snippet from the same agreement. Again, I extracted it just so I could put the highlights in here. So, modifications. This is where it starts to get really delish. Modification to the agreement. In the event CareCar modifies the terms and conditions of the agreement. Now think that through. In the event CareCar modifies the terms and conditions of the agreement. Now, notice, that wasn't stipulated by if there's a situation where we need to renegotiate, partner. If you have any concerns or we have concerns and we talk about it, partner. No. It's just assumed in the event we, the sharecropper, the slave master, if we, in the event CareCar modifies the terms and conditions of this agreement, such modifications shall be binding on you, partner. Love it. Such modifications shall be binding on you, partner. Only upon posting. So think that through. Now, in most agreements, especially when we're developing service agreements, when we're developing for you and your hospitals and your nursing facilities, things like that, it's, you have to, we're giving people written notice, advance notice. I mean, we talk about it at our quarterly meetings, all this kind of good stuff, right? Here, no. In the event we make modifications to the agreement, such modifications will be binding upon you, partner, upon posting. All they got to do is post it. Boom, you got to deal with it. Oh, we'll keep going. Let's see. Such modified agreement on the CareCar platform. CareCar reserves the right to modify any information. Partner. It's so if you were to go ask someone of great wealth, so how did you get rich? How did you get wealthy? Oh, I work for brokers. Think that through. Nobody gets rich or makes real money enslaving themselves, serving as a sharecropper to somebody else that can control their earning potential, both in trip value and rates of reimbursement. It's flipping insanity. Again, and I'm just sharing these two emails from our client providers who understand they're using CareCar as like filler work. If it's there, great. If it's not, if we could use it, fit them in, great. Whatever. But there's some of you watching this. This is your gig. This is your jam. This is how you live. Then you're gonna go to happy hour. I got 82 vehicles, and you ain't making nothing. I got 82 vehicles. I got 82 vehicles. I got 75. I got 100 drivers. I do nothing. CareCar reserves the right to modify any information referenced in the hyperlinks, blah, blah, blah. This is good, such modifications shall become effective upon posting. So it could be 4:49 standard time and they post something, you don't see it till the next morning, but it doesn't matter. It's upon posting. It becomes effective upon posting. So they don't even have to tell you if you don't see it because after whatever the situation is, it's upon posting. Partner. That's really how you conduct business. Y'all, some of y'all watching this, you think you're a baller shot caller? No. Which, by the way, let me throw out a couple quick caveats. Number one, because right now we are working with an increasing number of buyers and sellers. Any interested in selling your business, let me know. Because right now, typically, we have more sellers than buyers. Now it's actually a seller's market. Because I got right now, in our stable, we got more buyers right now. I'm looking for different businesses. So if you're interested in selling, do it. But quick caveat. Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you, do not commingle your funds, not only with your personal services, but also your personal expenses, but also with any other business. If you're going to do home care, which, hey, do it, love it, all about it. Let's do it. Let's bang that out. That thing's booming. But please don't run home care through your NEMT and vice versa. Keep the two separate, please. A lady we worked with in the past tried selling her business years ago. The buyer had to pull out because she was commingling businesses. So the bank was like, nah, this is a hot mess. We're not doing it. Fast forward 3 years later, boom, guess what? Doing it again. Insanity. Make good strategic. You want to be a baller shot caller. You want to make real money. You got to think and act strategically. Make strategic moves. Don't make reactionary moves. I'll say that again. Make strategic moves. Don't make reactionary moves. As I continue. Let's see. This is good. Continued use of the Care Car platform or services after any such changes shall constitute your consent to such changes. So think about what they're saying. They can make any change whenever they want. Whenever it's posted, it's considered live and active. If you act on it, as in they just changed the rates, and you may not even notice the rate change if they post it late in the day, and the next morning you go and you transport someone at the rates that they were posted that evening, you just accepted it. That's what this is saying. Continued use of the Care Car platform or services after any such changes shall constitute your consent to such changes. Partner. That's how you treat your partners. Partner. It's insanity. This is not how we get rich. Next one. Again, I'm just pulling out a couple examples here just to underscore some key points because I want you to think strategically. If the goal is to be a baller shot caller in your business, make real money, build your business to be a legitimate asset so you can sell at a future multiple, we ain't going to get it by doing this nonsense. Compensation. Vendors entitled to compensation for services provided as da-da-da-da-da. Compensation is determined by the applicable rates in a given market. So rates will vary by market, not a problem. We get that. Now let's go down to where it's highlighted. Rates are subject to change at Care Car's discretion. So they're not hiding anything. So we can change the rates whenever. So think about it. If you have a 1-year agreement with a hospital or a nursing facility, whatever, those rates got to stay the same, barring anything that goes crazy. And trust me, when we prepare the agreements for you, we want to build in a couple of escape hatches in case the market gets crazy, gas goes through the roof, insurance, labor, who knows, whatever. So we want to be able to have some escape hatches, but those are things that have to be worked out, talked about, and renegotiated with the legitimate partner, not partner like the way these yahoos treat you. They're just saying it's so one-sided. It's incredible. Rates are subject to change at Care Car's discretion. That is so one-sided. Why deal with this? We'll fast forward. By continuing to use the Care Car platform after any such changes are made, you are deemed to have accepted such changes. Boom. Talked about that. All right, I think this is my last one here, but it's important. Okay, so this underscores the key point. So, paragraph B, demand multiplier. A multiplier of the rates may be added to compensation to incentivize vendor acceptance. So basically what they're saying is exactly what happened to our one client provider when she said, well, they lowered the rates. How could they do this when we had to sign an agreement? And they specifically told her they can change the rates depending on the volume of suppliers, transportation providers, which, look, in free market makes total sense. But again, what's not free market is that when we engage in business, we have an agreement, and you just constantly, it's so one-sided, you change the rates whenever you want, and the minute you change them, they're posted without even a talk or negotiation. Partner, the minute you make that change, it's the gospel. No. But what they're saying here is they're telling you up front, we can give you higher rates to get you into our system, and then once you're into the system, then we'll lower them. They're telling you exactly what and how they do it and why. It's blatantly obvious. Why do they have to spell it out? Because they know they could face lawsuits. Now, I didn't create the slide for this one, but later on in their agreement, they talk about you can't sue them, you have to go through arbitration, yada, yada, yada. And again, that's neither here nor there, not a big deal for me per se, but it's this type of enslavement. Because again, the two providers who sent us those emails, they're just using Care Car as filler work. Nonsense. If it works, great. If it doesn't, who cares? Both of them said we're done. We're not transporting anybody because we're not agreeing. So they're not going to agree until they bring the rates back up, so you don't perform the trips. But there's many of you watching this. You rely on this. You enslave yourself with this insanity. Let's bump down to paragraph C. Adjustments and settlements. Care Car reserves the right to adjust or withhold all or any portion of compensation or other payment owed to you. Think that through. Again, go to any rich person. Go to any rich person, and I don't even want to hear about a millionaire, because $1 million, right? $1 million in today's day and age is like, come on, man. You got to stack those chips. You need multiple millions. Bottom line, if you want to start building that generational wealth, you need multiple millions. $1 million. Back in the day, everyone was like, "Oh, I want to be a millionaire." That's worthless now. That's water under the bridge, man. You got to stack those millions now. But anyways, you go ask someone who has real wealth, and you ask them how they did it. Ask them if they put themselves in a position, again, where someone controlled how much volume they have of customers and the prices, and then on top of it, had the ability, like right here, to withhold payment for whatever reason. They had the ability to withhold payment. No, you do not expose yourself to that insanity. Now, we'll kind of skip down a little bit here, because it says here, they'll withhold payment if it believes you have attempted to defraud them. Okay, I get that part. That's logical. Got that. But let's go down a little bit further where it says, in order to resolve a member's complaint. Now, this is where I highlighted this. For example, you took an inefficient route. Think that through. Think that through. You took an inefficient route. This is exactly why our dispatching platform, Dispatching Made Easy, elementary by design. We're going to keep it elementary by design. This is why we do not do auto routing through Dispatching Made Easy, number one. And number two, this is exactly why we are never going to use any of those platforms out there that are integrated and compliant with any broker. Not ever, not now. It's never going to happen. Exactly why we don't do it. So basically, because they get to track everything in their platform, if they determine, think about this, if they determine that you did not take the most direct route, they can withhold payment. Folks, it's absurd. It's foolishness. It undercuts everything we're trying to accomplish. Be a big baller shot caller in your own business, make real money, pull out real money. Increase the value of your business as a legitimate asset so you can sell a future multiple. You're undermining that entire premise, that entire goal, that entire vision when you allow someone like this. They can determine, they could give you an agreeable price, but then if they can withhold payment because you took a route that they don't like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Think about this. I mentioned our two client providers who sent us these emails. They use CareCar as filler work. Great. I got no problem with that per se, as long as it's profitable. Which means we have plenty of other clients elsewhere from other sources, other contracts, other agreements. So I can't take the most direct route that you want, CareCar. I got to take a driver from over here and send them over there and do this, that, whatever. But if CareCar determines you didn't take the best route, they're going to withhold payment. Think about that. Think about that. Who allows somebody else, some third party, to decide what is the best route? That you didn't take the best route, so we're withholding money. No, because the route that you took could actually be the best route based on your current situation and dynamics, depending on where vehicles were, assets were, your drivers, customers, clients, return trip calls, pickup time. That's for you to decide. Again, this is exactly why Dispatching Made Easy. We don't do auto routing. It empowers your dispatcher so the dispatcher makes the best decision on the ground. We want the person on the ground making the best decision. And most certainly, we never want to give access to a third party broker or anybody else. We do not want them to have access to your strategy of why and how you do things. You have to maintain complete control of your business. You make the decisions. What type of decisions? Strategic decisions. Strategic decisions aren't always the most convenient decision. Case in point, when I talked about a client provider who is commingling her business, doing home care under the same umbrella as their NEMT. Foolish. Do not do that. Keep them separate. That's out of convenience. That's emotional. That's nonsense. We don't do that. Every decision we make has to be strategic. When we make strategic decisions, only one thing's going to happen. I'll see you at the top.